curious your opinion on, should free speech be absolute? Should you be able to say whatever you want?
I think in most places you should be able to say what you want. I think there should be regulations on where, like, if it's like a kids area, you shouldn't be saying like hateful things. So.
You shouldn't be within like the limits of school yelling and protesting, but yeah, well, you can't prevent students from speaking their own opinions.
And if the free speech violates a rule or a law in the area, you can't just break it because.
Isn't that the point? Like you're trying to change something, like you're trying to disrupt. And anytime you're protesting, for example, when teachers, the idea was we're disrupting. We're trying to change something that we felt unfair. So maybe, I don't know, maybe so we decide that blonde hair is outlawed. You can't have blonde hair. Okay? So if you believe people should be able to have blonde hair if they want, I mean, isn't it the point to agitate?
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's peaceful agitation and then there's violent agitation, which is
like the protest against our President Trump, like all the death to Trump. He doesn't belong. He's not our president. That's not the way we should treat our president, even if it is right.
I think you should have reliable reasons and not just because you don't like something personally.
So you think there's a line that could be crossed too,
Yeah.
from like useful agitation and peaceful, as you said, and then just being mean or hateful with that. And what about social media? You think social media has changed, how we interpret freedom of speech and expression? I mean,
social media is kind of like a news link. It's more like a CNN ad. I mean, you got false things and then you got the good things, but nobody ever knows which one's really which.
should the government get involved and regulate the speech, on the social media?
Social media is becoming a really big part of the political debate nowadays. So I think there should be some regulations on that, because putting out false news and a million people see it, and a million people have that falsified knowledge, and they think it's true, but it looks like it came from a credible source.
Maybe just have like another verified, how like
Filtration system.
Yeah, how like people are verified on social media.
Yeah.
Maybe have a verified like this.
Not
this
as anonymous is what you're saying,
Yeah.
What about with he was talking about the teacher walkout, but what about this recent student-led protests and walkouts? That has been an issue with, are they violating school code and school rules by walking out, or, and do you think that's a violation of the policy, or that's exercising their free speech? Because like Justice Thomas said, he doesn't even think public school students should have that right of freedom of speech if they're in school.
I mean, when I walk out these doors, I still have freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm.
So why can't I? Is this just a free zone in the United States?
I think what the kids are standing up for overrules any school policy of like you can't walk out just because I want to control you type thing. Like it's just.
Because it's not like it's going to be one or two kids walking out protesting. If there's a meaningful.
Like the gun violence.
Yeah.
What about obscene speech? What about things like pornography? Should I be able to have a picture of a naked woman on my T-shirt and walk down the street, or should we be able to broadcast whatever your mind can conjure up?
The public indecency, like walking around nude, you're not allowed to do that. So why should that change for something that's on your shirt, or is it still exposing the public to something they don't want to see?
Whatever's kept in the household
It's private.
It's another thing when you start flashing it off to everybody else. I can streak through my house, but if I go streaking down the football game, I'm going to
Get arrested.
get tackled.
You kind of bring in another implied right to privacy. Whatever you do in your own house is different than what you can do
with, there was a recent case in a middle school of a kid that was kicked out, reprimanded, I don't know if he was kicked out, but for wearing a T-shirt that just said 2A to represent the Second Amendment, and they said it promoted gun violence in a school, and that they're actually suing, his parents are suing the school system for violating his First Amendment rights to promote his agreement with the Second Amendment. Do you think something like that is constitutional, that the school reprimanded him, or do you think that he has the right to, wear that shirt?
Well, kids is another thing. Like they're not exposed to all the same rights that we have as adults. Like you can't hold a 13 or 12-year-old to the same values you hold a 25-year-old that is politically involved.
Okay.
Like I feel like if there's like a few principals and like employees that feel like a certain way about it, it shouldn't be like just because they feel a certain way about it doesn't mean that he has to take off his shirt or like remove the shirt or something. Like, 'cause he's expressing his right, so it doesn't really.
Okay. So, but if it would have had like a gun image, because it's like that, I know our school policy in Berkeley County, you can't have shirts that promote drug, alcohol use, or depict guns or violence or gore. So, but do you think if his shirt would have had a gun on it, like that would have been a different story?
Yeah.
It's violating the school's rules. We're not allowed to wear stuff with Confederate flags because they said it was not allowed to have a gun on your shirt. Just because it says the Second Amendment doesn't mean that changes.
Okay. Any questions?
Do you see free speech limitations changing as we go forward, that maybe some of the things you can say and do now might not be permissible, or maybe the other way, maybe things that aren't necessarily permissible now, you think, maybe whatever, 15 years from now, that'd be okay.
I feel like with everything that's going on as of now, like I feel like there will always be like change that'll go on, and like as we grow older and everything, as a change on like our free speech and everything, I feel like there would be more, like it'll be tightly like watched over, so to speak, because of like as social media grows, it's always gonna keep growing and stuff like that. The whole Facebook thing, and as all these things grow and stuff, they're gonna all like put more regulations on to keep a handle on it. It's all getting bigger and bigger as it goes by. So,
Well, in 2018, as we are now, we're getting out of the age of the late baby boom